primetime matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here go 46.
Here's a former 1,000-yard rusher. It's Stephen Ridley. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Stephen Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers last week for Garcon, 6 catches, 80 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Go ahead. Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. 180, 180.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
They run it with McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go. 180.
Play action. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
first down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Swing to the right. To the right.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. They go play action here on first down. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
4 down. 180.
Here's McKinnon. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because, to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
4 down. Check. Here we go. 180. Switch. Hey, switch.
They'll run at Stephen Ridley. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
47.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Give the tackle there to Gerald Hodges.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, 4 down. 120.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Sharice Wright could do no wrong there, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
That is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get...
It's coming now.
On 1st and 10, Prescott forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off the play fake, Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's James. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
4 down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner. Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. McKinnon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
4 down. Black 80.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated. I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 80. Right there, 56.
Now Ridley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. Back to the ground. It's Ridley again. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Garoppolo looks to throw, and now another one thrown incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Here's Bradley Pena now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run with Ridley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. SOS. Hey, we go, kill. Hey, switch. 26.
Prescott to throw this time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the silver and black continue to roll.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least.
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, boys, we got black 80! 180! Hey, check,
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him. 4-time Pro Bowler Derek Johnson. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nifty footwork at the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all time. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go. 180. 56. Here we go. D all day. Defense all day. All day. Here we go. Go on to 54. Go on to 54.
This is Ridley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract.